Hey there, Agile Adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Success Thursday, the big question of the week, of course, this week with Sara Di Gregorio. Hey, Sara, welcome back.
Ciao.
So before we dive into success, which is really the big question of the week, let's talk about retrospectives. We were talking about it yesterday, and we'll talk about it today, but from a different angle. Share with us, what's your favorite Agile retrospective format and why?
Okay, so first of all, I know that a lot of us are working from home, but for the person that, like me, can work half from home and half from the office, could be very valuable to have the retrospective in office. Because for me, the retrospective is one of those key moments where being in the same room can make a big difference. Of course, when it's possible. When it's not possible, we can have we can do other experiments and so on. I usually like to start retrospective with a simple, funny icebreaker to help people disconnect from their day, the week, and reconnect with the team. Because as I always say to the team I work with, guys, you are very lucky to have a moment to discuss with your team about how we can improve. Because it's not something that we have to say, it's because not in all the companies we have this, the people is so lucky. Lately, I've been experiment a free format, but after trying many structured approach together, I thought that could be a good idea to start with a white paper and a lot of sticky notes, Sharpies. So what we do? Just a paper, pens of different colors, and starting with an open conversation. Sometimes we start guiding the retrospective by data or metrics, but other times it's how the team is feeling that day. So I start, guys, what did impact you mostly during the last week? How do you feel today? I've been seeing great response from the team. So it was an experiment that I tried after a lot of structured retrospective that I think that are very important to do and to follow. And I always try to do sometimes in this format and sometimes in the structured format. They are more engaged. This is what I saw, more open and more present in the conversation. Maybe because it was something new. So instead of starting always with the same, different but same structured conversations format, I said, okay, white paper, pens, everyone can write, of course, following a structured conversation. So who wants to start? Okay, but everyone has the possibility to write in the white paper. I'm not saying so that the structural format don't work, because as I said before, they are very useful for me. but sometimes breaking the routine and creating spacing for true reflections bring out something deeper and more meaningful.
And it definitely opens the space for something that is not yet predicted, right? Like in the coaching conversation, we were just talking about how important it is to have a kind of a direction, to know where you're going and so on. But it's also important for us to be aware of things that are not structured, that don't have a specific direction, but allow people to express what's going on for them, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Great tip. Now we turn our attention to what success means for us. Of course, we run retrospectives because we want to help teams succeed and we want ourselves to succeed as well. But for that to happen, we need to define what it is. So, Sara, what does success mean for you as a Scrum Master?
Well, for me as a Scrum Master, the success is not only measured by what the team delivers. I'm not saying that is not important, but it's not the only thing. Because for me, it's very important to understand how the team grows, how they improve the communication, the collaboration. Because if we facilitate the team on the growth in improving communication, conversation, for sure the delivery will improve. So the team, if the team communicate very well, the delivery will be impacted from this. I think that for me as a Scrum Master, this is very important, and a successful team is one that truly see the value on Scrum events. So when I see that they don't just attend because they have to do, because they have these events on their agenda, but they participate actively and understand why each event matters. For me, it's I think the big success I can imagine for my role. For example, when the team asks me to run the retrospective because they feel they need to reflect and improve, or they use the sprint planning, and that's for me as first of all to be aligned on a goal. For me, when I listen the teams saying, Sara, can we have 30 minutes talking this sprint because we have something to say, so we have to reflect on something? Yes, of course. We don't have to wait for the retrospective. Or, for example, guys, so today we can start the planning, it's a new planning. And I listen people saying the word goal. Okay, for me, this is very, very important. I also see the success when the team is proactive. When they lead by example, even in crossing meeting, for example, by helping other stick to time boxes, or pushing to end a meeting with clear outcomes, it shows maturity and accountability. For example, some years ago, a colleague of mine, in a meeting with other people, it was not led by me, so I was only a listener. And he interrupted after, at the end of the meeting, say, guys, we have to respect the time box. So I feel so happy. I said, okay, so it was so, it was a good achievement for me.
It was a proud moment, I bet.
Yes. And another thing is how the team interact with the product owner. So as you can understand, for me, it's very important the communication from all the points. So a team that regularly seek for feedback, open discussion, or care about the quality. And for me, this is very, so it means for me that I pass them a lot of, so the important that the communication has in all the steps.
I really like how you're focusing on the attitude that the team shows in their interactions with each other, with others, and with yourself, because it really kind of exemplifies, it illustrates the importance of the kind of environment and culture that we are able to bring to the team. I mean, sometimes it's already there, and which is great. We just need to amplify it. Other times it isn't there, and we need to build it step by step, like what you described just a moment ago when you were talking about the need to have structured and unstructured retrospectives because they fulfill different purposes, right? So I think this is a really great example and illustration of those small little things that we need to be paying attention to that show the culture that is in the team and help us to achieve the right type of culture, right? Like, interaction, collaboration, talking openly, having reflection outside the retrospectives, all of those things.
Yeah, no, but because what I always say to the teams I work with is that Scrum isn't just a process to follow, but it's a way of working. When I met one team for the first time some years ago, one of the person that I met told me, what do you want to do with us? Do you want to change things? And I said, no, I don't want to change anything. You will choose what you want to change. So for me, it's very important so that now, after a lot of years that I work with these people, I improved a lot the communication. They are happy about the process.
All right,
because
I hope you like this
that
episode.
At the beginning,
but before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you,
something when
the
a new
members
role
who wanted more than just inspiration.
Into the
they
company
wanted real
and
tools
so on.
and real connection. To people
For me,
who are practicing
it's important
Agile
that people are
every day. We're talking access to
good.
over 700
We don't
hours
we don't
of Agile Gold,
have to be in a
CTO
hurry
level
to change
strategy
things,
talks,
but we have
summit
to change
keynotes,
things when
live
they are
workshops,
not working well
e-courses,
for us,
deep dive
not
interviews,
for other teams.
books,
of course, we have to,
and
work,
if you're
to
into
have
no
a good
estimates, we got
interaction with
the
other
pioneers
teams
of
too,
no estimates in those
Yeah,
deep dive
you just
interviews
gave us
as well.
quite a few quotable things there. The one that I really like,
visions,
Scrum
coaching your
isn't
product
just a
owner
process
courses,
to follow,
you name
it's
it.
a way of working.
You'll get invited to monthly
really
live
great
Q&As
quotable
with
phrase there.
Agile
Thank you for sharing
pioneers
that with us,
and
Sara.
practitioners.
You're welcome.
Plus,
Thank you.
a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere, and of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.